I don't even know if I'm co-hosted. I'm doing this from my phone. Grand Rising family, how we doing? Grand Rising, everybody.
Grand Rising.
Grand
Grand
Rising,
Rising,
Good
Grand
Grand
morning.
Rising, Grand
Rising.
Rising.
let's
Good
And rise the
Morning,
brain.
morning.
Grand
family.
Eagle
Hey, how y'all
Grand
doing?
on
rising queen.
Great
fire.
What's
morning,
going
everybody.
Great,
on?
great,
Great
Grand
great,
Let's
morning.
Rising.
go,
beautiful
let's go.
people.
Good morning.
Turn those cameras on
Grand
if you can
Rising,
turn those
Grand
cameras
Rising. I
on.
can see you. I can see.
Look
Listen,
at
turn them
you this
cameras
morning,
on.
sunshine. You look
Hey,
amazing.
oh, thank you now. Don't do
Go
that.
ahead,
Let me
Queen.
pop
Go
my
ahead.
collar.
You
Period.
have
Pop
Pop
your
to
my
collar,
do
boo.
collar.
that.
He said, pop your collar.
I
Pop your
love it.
collar,
What's
girl.
going on, beautiful people? If y'all can turn y'all cameras on, please do. We want to connect with y'all. We want to bond with y'all. We want you to show all the way up for yourselves. Play full out. Listen, it's June, y'all. It's
Mhm.
June. And if you know anything, for those of you that are new, if you know anything about us as entrepreneurs, we operate by quarters. Okay. We don't operate really so much by months. We operate by quarters. Half of the year is gone. Half of the year is gone. If you remember January 1st, put that sunshine emoji in the chat because I know I do. January 1st feels like, honestly speaking, I'm not even going to hold you. It feels like it was about 8.5 weeks ago. That's what January feels like. That's how fast time is moving. And so we don't have any time to be wasting. We don't have any time to be overthinking. We don't have time to be procrastinating. We simply don't have time. We made the investment. We said we want to leave a legacy for our family, and they are depending on us. And we simply have to get out of our own way. I want you to put in the chat from today. I can't be worried about what I did from January 1st until June 9th. But from this point on until December 31st, I am going to start moving, acting, speaking, sleeping, and everything else as if I don't have a second to waste because my legacy depends on it. Put it in the chat. We're not here to be playing no games. Absolutely none. And for everybody that I got to see and love on and hug on this past weekend, I want you to throw them sunshine emojis in the chat. It was absolutely amazing to be in the room with you all. Listen, it is such a grateful experience when we get to move from the Zoom to the room. And in this case, I must say, the boat, right? Because we was rocking the boat, rocking the boat. We had a great time together. It was such a phenomenal experience, and I just hope and pray that the next time we meet, we can have everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. And maybe we should make that a goal. Let's make it a goal that every single person can get in the room to experience what it's like to be inside of a mentorship, that you get to connect and bond on that level. I want y'all to put one word in the chat. If you were there this past weekend, drop one word in the chat for what that experience was like for you. Put it in the chat. Just go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm moving and not looking back. We can't look back. The only time we are ever allowed to look back is to make sure that we stay grounded. Sometimes we have to be reminded of where we come from to simply know where we're going. And that's the only time. And at this moment, where we going, I want y'all to put mindset in all caps in the chat. Put mindset. Mindset, mindset, mindset. Hold on. I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on. Well, I'm not trying anything, I'm doing it. Okay, wait. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Because It's a Monday, and life be doing what it does, and it be attempting to stop greatness, but not in here. Not in here. So I need you to understand. We would normally have that mindset, but I want you to put big in all caps instead. Go ahead and put big instead. We gonna have big mindset, big everything. Okay? Understand. Put big in all caps instead. Because right now, we gonna hear from the one and the only, our mentor. It's always a privilege to have him in here in the AM. Our big mogul, y'all. If y'all don't come off mute and give that big, big, big energy, y'all going to, I'm going to pull up and park on everybody. Y'all come off mute and give that big
Let's
energy.
Yes,
go, let's go, let's
sir.
go, let's
Go, let's go, let's
go.
Let's
go.
go,
Welcome,
let's go, let's
mindset.
Big
Welcome,
Mogul,
go.
come
welcome,
on through.
Mogul
welcome.
Big
mindset.
Mogul.
Hey,
Mogo.
Let's
Mindset.
go.
Yeah.
Let's
There you
Let's
go.
go.
go, let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
The
let's
talk
go.
about
little one.
Go.
Mogo.
Let's get
Excited.
it.
Go.
Go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Let's
morning.
go.
That
Mogo.
mindset.
Come
Mobile.
on,
They say
crew.
Big Mogul in the
Yeah. Let's
house.
True.
go.
Mobile.
Mogul.
Go.
Yes.
Go
Let's
A big
Mobile.
Come on,
Mogo for you
sir.
to share.
Let's
Cheers.
go,
Go
Big
Mobile.
Well,
Mogul.
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
morning.
All
Give it up,
right.
Good
clap
morning,
it up.
Go. Let's
everybody.
go. Let's
Big.
go.
Oh,
All right, I'm Coach Crew for the day, y'all. I'm Coach Crew. All right, it's a good day for a great day, y'all. It's a good day for a great day. I am Coach Crew this morning. I'm messing with y'all. Coach Crew will be jumping on shortly. He's just having some technical difficulties, but we got to keep this show going. All right, we're gonna keep the show going as we always do. I want to shout out you, Sunshine, for sure. I'm holding it down. Shout out to Jasmine Ruby. Shout out to Tamoa. Shout out to Moya, the entire Love Plus team. Y'all are phenomenal. This is what we're gonna do. Like it's Big Mogul in the building. So what I want to do is hear from y'all, right? I really want to build with y'all. Usually I'm always teaching, we always breaking down a lot of stuff. So before we bring up Mindset Mogul, I want to hear from a lot of you. Let's be vulnerable for me. It's okay. Like somebody type vulnerable in the chat. If it's cool to be vulnerable, right? Let's have the real conversation because we are on what? What's this? Week 4? What is this? Week 4? Where we at? I don't lose count. Yeah, somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. Is this week 3? Week 3? We on week. Nah, this is week 4. Yeah, this is week 4. But y'all got an extra week, so we got next week as well. But we on week 4, and the truth is, typically when it gets to this point in the process, we start to lose our energy, right? At this point in the process, we start to get a little discouraged. Type me in the chat if I'm talking to you. At this point in the process, we start to question whether or not, this is actually going to work for us. Like I hear this stuff and it's cool and it makes sense, but will it work for me? Right? At this point in the process, life is starting to happen, right? We got work, we got our families, we got health, we got finances, we got so many things going on. And then we start to lose that fire that we once had when we first started. When we first joined the mentorship, we first joined the program, we had this high excitement and we start to lose it, right? So I want to just do a check-in real quick. So raise your virtual hand. We're going to do this 30 seconds or less. And I want you to share where you are in your journey, what's holding you back or what's pushing you forward. Whatever it is, let's just kind of have that conversation. So we could raise your virtual hand and we're going to share a little bit before I bring up Mindset Mogul, Coach Crew. So who we got first, team? Who we going to bring up? I think we got Roland. Roland, what's going on, champ? We got to unmute you. Hold on. We got to unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, it's been an exciting weekend for me. You talk about stepping out on faith and just trusting what you already know, no matter how nervous you may be, so on and so forth. And I'm really reluctant in doing certain things, but if I'm put on a hot seat, I usually come through. But it's a leap to get there. And so, I was definitely freaking out and trying to get in contact with you because I was under the impression that I was going to be speaking at the mosque, not even knowing that was your house. So that whole situation was amazing because one, I didn't tap out. I wound up just going anyhow. And when I saw you, man, you talk about being relieved, but then understanding that that was your place of worship. It was like so many different things coming to me at one time. Like, yo, this is, I linked up with you because of the family legacy, and then everything else is just falling into place. And so I know I'm in the right place. I know I'm guided. I know that I'm protected. And it's just amazing feeling to know that, man. Don't, even if you ain't got it all together, you around the right people, you're gonna be okay. And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know I'm missing some pieces, but if I can step out on faith and know that, man, my backup is gonna come, that ram in the bush pops up like that, yeah, I'm with that, because it gives me the energy to do certain things that I know within my own ability I can't do. But I got backup that's gonna hold me down, and I'm good. So I can go ahead and just I can step out on faith and just do much more than I've been doing. That's what I've been looking for.
I'm proud of you, bro. Everybody put congratulations to Roland because I'm super proud of him because I know it's been a journey, right? And I want everybody to understand this, and I know it may sound cliche, but it's the truth. We will never have everything figured out. So stop looking for comfort. Stop looking for a place where I'm gonna have a full laid out plan. Like, we won't ever have a full laid out plan. We don't know exactly everything that's gonna happen from A to Z. When we get in the car and we're looking to go to our next destination, what do we do? What do? We get in the car and we punch the address into the GPS, right? That's what we do. So we know where we're going. We know, all right, we want to go here. So everybody that got into the car, which means you invested into the program, you made that purchase, you invested in yourself. Well, we're gonna give you the directions to get there, but you may not see that. Okay, when you go up 3 blocks, you got to make a left turn, right? All right, when you in the car and you're driving, right? You don't see 3 blocks ahead. You just see the first block, and then you keep going to the second one, and to the third one. Then you finally make a left here. But when you make a left here, there may be a detour. It may be some traffic going on. It may be some things that then it's like, then I got to go back to the map. Let me go back around. That's just life. That's the process. That's mentorship. That is mentorship. So I want everybody to understand that, yes, we're going to give you the blueprint. Yes, we're going to give you as much as we can, but there's not going to be no place you go and everything is going to be laid out perfect, because that's just not how God designed it, right? And God didn't design you to be comfortable, because when we are comfortable, we don't grow. It's only when our back's against the wall, like you said, Roland, right? When the fire is on you, when the pressure is on you, then you take a leap. Then we figure it out. It's only in struggle where we find our success. So that's why it's designed, it's ordained for us to struggle, so that we can actually develop the skill sets, the characteristics, the mindset that is required for us to receive the blessings at the next level, right? So I want to just add that value, but I thank you so much, and I want you to continue to lean on the community. Y'all have your accountability groups, continue to lean on each other, and a lot of these pieces going to fall together. So I want to say this one more thing, and I'm going to bring up James, right? So I know we say it a lot, and it may go in one ear, it may go out the other, but this is a lifetime. Somebody type lifetime in the chat. Mentorship is a lifetime. This is not just for 4 weeks, 30 days, 90 days. Now you can take it and you can say, I'm going to take what I can and keep going, because you're going to have more than enough, but it's truly a lifetime. Because as you grow and you get to certain levels, there's going to be other things that come up that you still need guidance and answers to. You still need some direction for. Ask me how you know, Mogul. Mogul, how you know? Because I'm telling you, living proof. I'm telling you, living proof. But this is what happens, right? So a lot of y'all who got an iPhone, y'all got the iPhone? What number? Put it in the chat. What number iPhone you got? You got the 14, 15, 16. They probably coming out with the 17. What you got? You got the 16, 15. All right, so nobody said they got a 14. Nobody said they got somebody got a 13. Olympia, we got to get you to the 16. All right. All right, but everybody got iPhones for the most part. That's like 16, 15, right? So that means that over the last 2 years, you upgraded your phone. Like, you ain't sit on that phone. Like, you said, I got to upgrade. I need more storage. I need to move fast. I need a better camera quality. We figured out how to upgrade that phone, right? Who in here have a laptop? Who got a MacBook? Who got a Windows? Just let me know in the chat. We have these devices, right? We got a laptop, we got an iPhone. It needs to be moving like super fast. We need the best. But when we go and we get that new iPhone, we get that new MacBook, right? It's moving at super speed, right? It's good. Like the browser's opening up, you Googling things, it's happening real fast, everything is moving. Am I right? Let's know. Let's let me know if am I right. When you get that new iPhone, you get that new Mac, you get that new laptop, whatever the case may be, it is moving super fast. But what happens over a couple weeks, over a couple months when you start to Google things that you probably shouldn't be Googling, right? You start to be watching things and like now ads pop up and then you download this by mistake and then now you get these viruses like in your laptop or your phone. You got too much storage. I mean, you got too much things in the storage. Now you got to clear out your storage to create more space. Now it's moving slower. Like, have we experienced this or is it just me? Our phones start to slow up. The laptops start to slow up because we are engaging in things that's not pure, that's not serving us, whether it be gossiping, whether it be dealing with a family and friends that's not pushing you, whatever case may be, if it's not serving you, it's slowing you down. So when we start to go and we have our laptop or we have our iPhone and we doing things that we shouldn't be doing, we start to develop viruses, right? We start to get those cookies. Yeah, right? Y'all following me? We get these viruses. So I want y'all to take this same concept, and this is exactly what it looks like in our real life. When we get this new, fresh idea, this new, fresh identity, when we're excited, when we first go into mentorship, it's fresh. We moving, the best of the best. But the minute that we get away from the environment, the minute that we don't stay close to the fire, the minute that we think we got it all, we start to slow down. We start to get hit with these viruses. We start to get hit with all of these cookies, these things that start to slowly drift us away from the mission and the task that we first set out for ourselves. So what I want everybody to do is this. The community, the family is literally your outlet. It is your plug. You need to keep the charger plugged into that iPhone, plugged into that laptop. This is your source. And it's not going to be easy. There's going to be times where you're going to be exhausted. There's going to be times where you're not going to feel like your best self. There's going to be times where you're probably going to disappear for a week. And guess what? There's going to be somebody calling you to say, what's going on? Let's give you a reset. Let's give you a reboot. Let's do what we need to do to make sure that you are charged up again like you once was. So anybody that is thinking about possibly, and I get it, everybody's in different circumstances, but if you are thinking about possibly not being able to stay around, right? If that's even a thought, we need to erase that thought. It should be asking yourself, how do I make it to where I do stay around, right? We ask the wrong questions. How do I make it to where I can find myself in here? I don't need to find out all the things that's what I'm lacking. I need to find the things that I can utilize to get me to that next level. We want to stay close. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that. And let's bring up the next person. Who we got? Jay Will. Jay Will. What's up, bro?
What's the deal, man?
Talk to me.
All right, so as far as where I'm at, I ain't gonna lie, I was beat up for a second because I ain't gonna get this like too deep, but found out that my grandma's in hospice now, and a lot of things has been happening. So I've been like MIA. I'm like, gotta get my mind right. Too much happening. But what you said, 100% facts. Like time is ticking. We can't move as if we know that tomorrow is coming, as if we know that next month or next year is coming, because it's like, it's things I have not been able to do with my grandmother. And it's like, all right, cool. I know that there was times where I was bullshitting, I was playing PlayStation. Like, I know that that's the thing. In the past month or two or whatever it is, I haven't done it. And also in the past month or so, I made like $20,000. But that goes into like one of the other things that I just learned. Well, I'm learning about myself. It's like, all right, cool. I got a lot of opportunity because I invested in a lot of different mentorships. I'm in like 3-4 different mentorships, doing everything all like at the same time. And I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, cool. I don't say I've done enough learning, but I got enough learning to implement for a while before I go do some more learning, right? I got to go focus on the earning part of it because I made like 20 bands, but also I spent that 20 bands reinvesting it right back in the mentorship. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just that I'm noticing that maybe I need to focus on once I hit a ceiling, then go get another mentorship instead of just doing things because now I got this long list of implementation and not enough of it has been done already. So putting myself inside of those positions. And then also I feel like I got everything that I need to go to the next level. And then once I hit that ceiling, I need to go and invest in higher tier stuff. Because right now I'm doing, okay, cool, the 5,000s, the 3,000s, those things. I'm like, all right, no, I need to go spend 20 bands, 30, 40, 50 bands on a mentorship. But it's like, I don't get there if I just keep piecing these things. And I'm getting the small pieces together, but I'm like, I need to be in a room where I'm like, oh, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
For me, I think that's where I need to be at because I feel like I have a lot of knowledge already. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
That's beautiful, James. And I'm proud of you, bro, because you are somebody that I watch and that's taking action. I see your social media, I see you in different rooms. You're doing a lot of activity, right? And one of the things that I want to say to you, and this for everybody, right? I don't want us to confuse activity with effectiveness. Right, let's not confuse that, right? So a lot of times we be in 3 different mentorships, and I'm not saying this is you in particular, James, but a lot of us we be in 3 different mentorships or whatever, 4 different mentorships, doing a bunch of different things, and we feel like that's the work, right? We showing up to the calls, we showing up to the classes, and we feel like that's the work, but that's just the start, right? Like that's not like you need to now set up time for execution, right? So how, like what Coach Cruz says, how do we become more effective in less time? So I agree with you, James. At this point, yes, you need to go in a lock-in season. So the next 6 months of the year, bro, needs to be your lock-in season where it's like, look, I'm probably not investing a dime in nothing else. I need to go and execute on all these things that I've learned, right? Or I need to be locked in on this one thing versus 3 or 4 different things. But there needs to be a season right now in your life where you need to just focus on maximizing on that thing, that one thing that you're doing, whether that one mentorship, that one strategy, that one business, because we do too much. And look, I'm telling you from experience, right? So when I first started, I had a credit repair business funding company. I had a commercial cleaning company, real estate business, and I would go and I would do things in quarters. So quarter 1, I would make it all about my commercial cleaning business, right? And I would spend all the time doing that. And then I would go into quarter 2. This is my credit repair business. I'm focused. I'm in this season for that. Quarter 3, I focus on my real estate business. But what I found was when I was in quarter 1 focusing on my commercial cleaning business, I seen the growth. As soon as I went to Q2 and started focusing on my credit repair, now this one started to fall, well, this one going up. And I was just kept up and down like a seesaw, right? Till I finally realized, like, what's the one thing that's making me the most money? Let me focus on the thing that's making me the most money. Then I spin the block, right? Because now we're doing too much. And once I made that decision just to focus on the one thing that make me the most money, I 10x'd it, seen the most results. Now I go back and I hire people for those other things and delegate and all the things that we talk about. So hopefully that gives you some insight. But I'm proud of you, and I do agree that the next 6 months need to be your lock-in season. You need to have a certain revenue goal that you know you want to hit, and you need to hit that. And then you need to have a consequence behind it. If you don't hit that revenue goal, something needs to like be painful. I'm talking about cut your beard. Yeah, like if you don't hit your goal, look, I ain't gonna be Smooth James with the beard no more. Go bald now. Like I'm talking about, I mean, go cut the beard, go bald. It got to be something where you feel like I can't let this happen, and other people going to see that you fail. Once you put it out there that look, y'all, if I don't hit my goals, I'm gonna cut my beard and I'm going bald. People going to see that you fail. Like it got to be that serious, right? And then once you hit that goal, you're gonna feel so good about yourself. But then now it's gonna give you more confidence to invest at a higher level because you know the truth is this, family. The hack is in you. Like the hack is not, I don't, like Mogul don't got the hacks. Mindset Mogul don't got the hack. Mr. Brook, whoever mentorship you enjoys area, we don't have that. The hack is in each and every one of you. That's the truth, right? So no matter if you invest out of 3,000 or 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, it's still going to rely on you being able to execute on the information period. So you'll be at a higher mentorship with more information, more resources. But if you are still in your own way, if you don't still have organizational skills, if you don't still know how to prioritize, then you will fail. So I'll end it that way. But Jay will, but yeah, hey, I'm proud of you, bro.
Most definitely. Appreciate you, bro.
So yeah, well, is that commitment? What's your commitment, homie? Like now, what we doing?
Okay. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta think
All
on it.
right, all right. So
I gotta think of it because I'm thinking about revenue goals and stuff like that. I gotta reevaluate all my finances and what I spent and stuff like that. Once I get that, then I'll just make it probably like 2 to 4 times whatever that is. But I gotta break out everything down.
So this is what I want you to do, bro. On Wednesday, when we come back for the accountability call, I want you to come back with the one thing that you're gonna focus on for the next 6 months. The one thing that you're gonna lock in on, and how much money you're gonna make off of that one thing, and the consequence behind you not reaching that goal. And I'm already giving you your your confidence. You're cutting your beard. I'm gonna take you to my barber, and he gonna clean that thing off. I'm taking to my barber personally. We're gonna send a vehicle out for you, flight, whatever we need. That's gonna be your consequence, all right? All
Sure.
right, bro. So I'll tap with you Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Shalores, what's up with Shalores?
Good morning, family.
What's
We
up?
had a massive weekend. It was so much fun. So one thing that I'm definitely taking away from that is just being present. So for me, my mind's always on the future. And so, I'm always in my head. And because I'm present, I'm actually in my body. So, I can feel the sun, I can feel the breeze, I can feel the love, I can feel the attraction, everything attracting what I was thinking is now I can feel. So staying present and being present in my purpose and making sure that I'm not, hurting myself or the people around me, is one thing that I want to stay in, and I don't want to lose this, but also prioritize, time, segment the time, and then, watch the earnings and the growth, in my development, in my spirituality, and all the above. So I definitely appreciate the realness that I felt this weekend. So that's where I'm at.
Appreciate you, Shalores. I'm proud of you. It was amazing meeting you in person as well. Your authenticity, your genuine, the love, like there. Yeah, you had the cutout of my head. You was going all over the boat with it. But you are amazing, right? And I'm proud of you because I personally spoke to you. Like we had our one-on-one call, and I know you are a mom, right? So like for the moms, like listen, I have a newfound respect for women, especially moms, because I see it now, like in my own two eyes, like. I was oblivious to it. Like, I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But now I get it because I see my wife. I'm like, damn, like this is a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get both? Like for women, for moms, like how do you raise your children and then have a career and really like it's tough to do both, right? It's like you gotta sacrifice and have seasons, right? So for you to still come out and show love and invest in yourself is powerful, right? And we want to keep that going, right? And that's why you need to be in this community because it's gonna be days where you like, yo, the babies they doing too much. I'm tapped out. And you're gonna need somebody to be able to hold you accountable, but also give you that love and that support. And that's what we
Definitely.
but
And my babies put them through hell while I was gone.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, so focus on one thing and do that one thing until you are super duper exhausted with it and once you have mastered it, and you're gonna see the results. But I'm proud of you.
Definitely. Yeah, much appreciated. And I got to meet most of the team too. That was awesome.
Yes,
Jasmine, Moya, Double R, and so much more. It was crazy. So thank you for that.
absolutely. Appreciate you. And I said it on a prayer call. I'm gonna bring you off the screen, Shalores. I said it on a prayer call, right? One of the things that's like so special about Mailbox Media Academy in particular, right? And I may be biased, but this is just the feeling that I get and also the reviews, right? So I even got this from like my content guy, right? He was talking to me. He said, bro, like when I'm with you and I'm working with you, I feel like family. Like I don't just feel like the guy that's just working. I'm working with other like influencers, obviously, but it's about the money. You know what I mean? It's like do your job, maxing every minute out. It's just so when I'm here with you, it makes me want to go above and beyond because I don't feel like I'm just the guy over here just with the camera. You know what I'm saying? And he said that, that's what our mentorship gives, right? So when you invest in this mentorship, the goal is for this to feel like family, for us to be home for you. So no matter what other place, it could be the biggest conference, it could be the biggest stage, it could be all of that, it could be the glitz and the glamour, the biggest jet, the biggest boat. It don't matter if the love is not there. It don't matter if you don't feel connected, right? It don't matter if you don't feel like you got the support. It don't matter if you don't feel like be like so what happened over the weekend, the reason why it was so phenomenal is because you couldn't fake the love and the energy that's there together. You couldn't like that's something that you that's only God. And I feel like that's what makes it so special is that we curated this environment for it to truly be home. No matter what the case is, no matter where you are, no matter where you have us, we are always gonna make sure. It's like when you with your cousins, right? And it's like, look, some of y'all come from if you grew up like I grew up, you know what I mean? When the cousins came over and we was at grandma's house, we ain't know where we was gonna sleep at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you gonna sleep. On the floor, head to toe. We gonna get a little cover, lay it out, but we just had fun. It was love, like family here. I don't care how we gonna make it work, but the feeling that you get when your family together, it just is. It's just so amazing. Yeah, like packed up like sardines. Exactly, y'all. So like that's the type of energy that we want to continuously spread out. My guy, Team No Sleep. What's going on, champ? Team No Sleep. What's up?
Grand Rising, family, Grand Rising. Oh, hold on, put mute on this one. Yeah, I wanted to share, encouragement because, like, I was just, thinking when I got in the prayer call and an event that happened yesterday. We've been in the family for 2 years now, and like, we went all in, and then you all know life happened. Like I had lost my high income job, I had to regroup, had to step back, but then I always had in mind like stay close to the group, stay close to the group, and then I noticed like you were talking about the love of the group, and it's true. Like since we saw you, the first time we saw you was on Social Proof.
And
Team No Sleep!
Yeah.
What's
Yo,
up?
Bongo!
Anna's-
Grand Rising!
Anna's my rock. Anna's my rock because she forces me to get so uncomfortable. Leo and Taurus is like, I'm like, like, and I wanted to encourage the group, like, you guys stick in and like, things are gonna happen. It's not linear. And then I met another student, not personally, but through the Zoom, that she's been in for like 4 years, and then she finally, like after 3 years, she got her storage facility. So it takes time. It's not linear. And yeah, there's gonna be fearful times. Like we came back to the cause about last month, and now we're in 3 things now. We're with Auntie Shaky. We're doing all the Love Plus things, and we just joined 2 other mentorships to because it was good deals. We couldn't let it go. So, and then yesterday, me and Anna had disagreement, and we were like, I don't know, like another one, and she's like,
I put on my boxing gloves.
she's like another one, and then she's like, yes, another one. It's like it's a deal. Like you got to be close to the circle. You got to be around millionaires, because like you said in the prayer call or just now, like it's a cancer. Like when you're, we love our family but they're in their journey and we're in our journey, and we got to be, and we're getting tested always. We're getting tested. We want this. We got to do it. Like Steve Harvey said, you can't have a testimony without the test. And I'm just great to be in this call. And I just wanted to encourage everyone who started to like, it's not going to be easy.
It's not linear.
Yeah, it's not linear, but just stay in it, stay close to the group. And when you can, do go to the live events, because it is fire.
Yeah. It fills up your cup.
I appreciate y'all. Anna, good to see you. Anthony, good to see you. How the babies doing? How the babies doing?
So much energy.
Yeah, look, they get it from y'all. They get it from y'all. Exactly. They get it but thank you so much, and I'm proud of you, right? Because I expect this because I've been a part of this journey. I've been in mentorship. I am in mentorship, and everything you're saying is so true. Everybody's gonna have their own process. We say it all the time. Don't compare your chapter 2 to somebody's chapter 10. Right? Yes, we all have a goal, but yours is going to look a little different. It's going to be a time where it's a season where some things are going to happen, right? And it's really just God testing you to see if you deserve the blessing that he's about to give you. right? So you have to be able to go through that process, but know where that foundation is, which is right here in this community, in this family, in this mentorship. So I'm happy to see y'all, and I'm proud of y'all 1,000%.
Last thing, there's no other community like this. Like the love, like for real, is here. Like everybody, Tamoa, Jasmine, Moya, like everybody. We met all y'all in person, and the love is real.
And we can say that because we've been in other mentorships for a little while, and then like drop one, we're still here, and this is, yeah, you guys are our favorite. It's so special. But really, like you're doing a great thing, and like, because the mindset and the emotional part is really the key. Because you can have all the knowledge and the hacks and all that, but if your mindset is not where it's at, if nobody's pouring some love into you, you're gonna drop off.
That's
baby's calling. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
I appreciate it. Love y'all too. Love y'all too. Let's get it. What's up, Denise? Talk to us, Denise. Talk to us.
All right, so when I first started, right, first 2 weeks, I was super high in energy. I was like ready, right? And I've had a lot of personal stuff happen. My mom, she has a lump in her breast, so she has a biopsy, and I've been researching, trying to heal her, trying to look at all this stuff, reaching out to a lot of wellness people that I have in the group. They know, right? I also have a little girl. She's a year and some months, so I'm always with her and just, you know how I'd be with her. This is her. I just want you guys to see, but she's güerita, even though she's Latina, but that's how it goes, right? So another thing is like Anthony, and you said that you're with the Leo, I'm with the Leo too, and I'm a Capricorn, so it's always like this, headbutting, dealing with it. So right now for me personally, it's just a bunch of personal stuff. It's not the business side, but I feel my energy and my connection to my higher self disconnecting, and I feel it because I'm very self-aware and I know what it is. I know what needs to be fixed. I know how to maneuver it, but I struggle sometimes because, as you guys notice, I am a low-key person. I'm introverted, but once you get to know me, I step out like wildfire. So that's just my thing right now, but I wasn't gonna mention it, but Shaloris, I heard her bring it up, and you know how it goes when you're inspired, it just comes out. So that's my thing, and that's just what I'm going through right now, and that's it.
I want everybody to send Denise some love, and prayers for her mom, and we're gonna make sure we add that to the prayer call on Wednesday. But I did not know that you was an introvert, number one, because we cannot tell. You're the one in the Telegram chat, you know what I mean, leading the group. You're on the leadership board as well. You showing up. So everything that's been happening, you still been showing up to classes, doing all this assignments to the point where you're on the leadership board to be able to get that accelerator grant. That just shows a lot about your character. It shows a lot about your will, your desire, ambition, right? And I want to just share a quick little story and hope that I can resonate with you and anyone else, right? In May of 2023, those of you that's been in the mentorship for me for years, you already know this. In May of 2023, my dad passed away. And my dad was actually a coach inside of the Mailbox Millionaire Academy. He helped out with like private money lending and things like that. If you watch the business funding course, you've seen him. He actually taught the private money lending classes in that course or whatever the case may be. But he passed away on a Saturday, and that Sunday I had a webinar, right? And I still showed up. I still did the webinar, right? We had class that week. We still did the class. And in the back of my mind, I wanted to just say, nah, I'm gonna just like, this is it. You know what I mean? I just take some time, right? And I did it is because few things. Number one, I know that my dad would want me to continue to go forward, right? He wouldn't want me to just take it. He'd be like, well, son, you better keep going, son. You know what I'm saying? You better keep going. So I hate it in my mind. But also, whenever we take breaks, right? Whenever we slow down or let these things like that happens around us personally slow us down, we got to start all over again. And I realized that life is going to keep lifing, right? So if we stop every time life happens, we're gonna always be at the back because it's always gonna keep happening. So all right, if I stop now because this is happening, all right, I'm gonna take a break. Now it takes me that off that momentum, right? And it's a lot of this is about momentum, right? You get in the feel of it, you getting going. And then now I take another break because this happening. So once I understood on a spiritual level that this is not by my own doing, God has his plan. God doesn't show us his Google Calendar. Unfortunately, we could build our Google Calendar. He does not give you his Google Calendar, right? So on a spiritual level, when I understood that everything that I think is working against me is actually working for me, it changed my entire mindset, right? So I had to be grateful for the moments that I had, right? And I'm just sharing this with you and anyone else, right? I know James, you're going through a situation, right? Is let's be grateful in the moment. Let's lock in and leverage the people that we can leverage. So I'm going to support you and thank you for sharing this stuff. So whoever needs to reach out to Denise, anybody in the team, let's reach out to Denise. Let's give us some support, whatever is required, because that is the beautiful thing about the family, right? Because we're not saying that things are not going to happen. I can't guarantee that you're going to buy a storage facility in 30 days. I can't guarantee that you're going to be a millionaire. Yes, you have a blueprint, right? But what we know will happen is that there's going to be obstacles, right? There's going to be things that come up along the way. But how do you navigate through it is going to be determined. It's going to determine your success. So leaning on this family is going to be super important. But I'm super proud of you. And I'm only sharing this because I want everybody to know, even as your mentor, right? Even as your mentor, I have down moments, right? Right. Even like over the last like 4 or 5 months, I had took some time off because I had a new baby, and this is my wife's 3rd baby under 3. So like she's like beat up. Yeah, I mean like they're like 3 babies under 3 is a lot. Yeah, I mean, so the first 2 babies, it's just like, all right, you got the babies, keep rolling. You know what I mean? And we moving around. But this go around, she literally asked me. It was like, if she asked me, then it's like, all right, it's a big deal. She literally asked, she said, I need your help. I need you to take some time off. That's just what I need. I'm like, she take time off, it don't feel good. Yeah. Me taking time off, you know, and I don't know, that would sit well with me, right? But I did it. I did it, y'all. And the blessing that I received from that was me being able to now see my team step up and rise to the occasion. Right. So God had to put me in a position, right? Because I wasn't going to do it on my own. He had to lay out the pieces and say, all right, look, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. You're going to have a baby. A 3rd one's going to be 3 years. Cool. Wife's going to need your help. We're going to pull you away. Let's see if you can develop a team from afar and still get the mission done. So I'm sharing this because we're put in situations that we have to now develop the skill sets to be able to overcome, because if we are not in those situations, we would never develop those skill sets if it was up to us. Does that make sense? But thank you so much, Denise, for sharing. I didn't mean to go on that whole rant and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I mean to go on that whole rant. But this is the vibe we feeling right now. So I'm trying to build with y'all today. All right. And then the last thing that I want to bring up, I don't know, I want to bring up you, Ruby, and I want to bring up Tamoa, if she's available, and then Sunshine, if she's available. Yeah, y'all all 3 available. I'm gonna let y'all close this out. But I want y'all to speak on the process of being overwhelmed, right? And the reason why I want to bring up Tamoa, I want to bring up Sunshine, I want to bring up Jasmine Rubies, because they all started out as mentees just like you, and we're all still mentees. But if you feeling overwhelmed right now, type me in the chat. Like, there's so many classes, there's so much game. You got Auntie Shaky teach you how to start a face life insurance business. You got Mr. Brooklyn Business showing you how to go out there and, you know, get life insurance and eliminate your debt. You got Mogul over here talking about storage. You got Cedar talking about starting a credit repair business. You got Millie talking about funnels and automations. And then you got Coach Crew and Accountability talking about how you got to communicate, how you set up systems. Listen, I am done. This is too much. Oh man, look, my bills is piling up, bro. I need to get the money fast. You telling me it's gonna take some time? Like, I hear you, but I need it now. This is a lot. I know. I've been there. I know exactly where you are. And that's why I want to bring up these 3 ladies, because they have been through this process and now they are on this side with us. But the reason why they're on this side with us is because they've displayed the leadership, right? They went through this process. They've overcome the tests and the trials and the obstacles, right? But for me, even me, like, I'm overwhelmed, y'all. Like, I got a lot going on too. But I don't let that defeat me, right? I was talking to Jose, content guy, and I was telling him, I said, bro, every time if I take a moment to just kind of like regroup, I feel like I'm like lazy. I feel like I'm not doing something. Like I can't just not be doing something, right? He said, yo, bro, please do not confuse gratefulness with complacency. I was like, damn, you pulled that from ChatGPT? Well, you got that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You pulled it from ChatGPT? He said, look, don't confuse gratefulness with complacency, which means, look, you are doing amazing things. It's okay to take time to be grateful in the moment and appreciate these things. It doesn't mean that you're complacent. It's because we are so used to operating out of chaos, right? Like growing up where we come from, we operate in where it's like, I got to get to, I got to get to, I got to get to. So I want y'all to know that slow this process down. You control this. Don't let the process control you. Michael Jordan said this, and I loved it, right? Michael Jordan said, look, it's easy for me to score 30 to 40 points a game. To everybody else, it's like, yo, 30, 40 points a game, how you do that? He said, I slow the game down. I do quarter by quarter. So if I want to get 40 points, that's just 10 points a quarter. All right, so the first quarter, 10 points just means either I get 2 3-pointers and then 2 layups. That's to my 10 points. Or maybe I do 2 layups, couple free throws, 1 3 points, but he's breaking the game down. Right? So when next thing you know, you go quarter by quarter, you do these things, you have 40 points. But if you just start the game like, I got to get 40, it's all over. So you start here, like, I got to buy storage, or I got to make million. Let's break it down. Let's simplify it. Control your own process. And that is going to allow you to not be overwhelmed. But that also takes time. So with that being said, no more from myself. I want to bring up the amazing ladies. So let's bring up Jasmine Ruby. Let's bring up Tamoa. Let's bring up Sunshine. And I'm going to let y'all take this away. But the biggest thing that I want y'all to bring home is just giving insights on that overwhelming feeling and what they could do to overcome and get to that next level. Oh yeah, Moya, my bad, Max out. Look, my bad, Max out. So look, also I gotta shout out Max out. Everybody gonna have to unmute for this one too. Everybody gonna have to unmute. I don't know if you was in a prayer call, Max out, but I was in a prayer call and I was talking about how I literally didn't like do nothing with the event. Like, and this is like, I'm usually like all over this type of stuff, but I did nothing when it like, that's all Moya. I did nothing. All she did is just say, hey, Mogul, this is what we got going on, what you think? And I just cut the check. Yeah, I said, like, here go the card. Yeah, but anything else, I don't have the brain power to do it. You know what I'm saying? So Moya is truly amazing. She was the one who organized the entire weekend, with the help of the team. But she is the one that has literally, truly, I'm grateful for and thankful for you to be able to, be a leader in the community and stepping up. And that's great for you to share too, because I know you in particular, Moya was in the back quiet. Moya used to be in the back quiet. You know what I mean? Now she, look, you know what I want to say too, Max, that I was proud of you on?
It's so hot there. It's like
I was proud of you, Max out, because when we did our videos at the end, right? Everybody had to say what they was committed to. Max out, you was live. You like, look, it's Max out, Moya. And it's, I'm like, oh, energy different. You in the camera loud and proud. You know what I'm saying? It's Max out. So I'm proud of you. I appreciate you 1000%. But I'm out of here. I'm gonna pass it to y'all. Y'all run y'all show. All right. So
Thank you, King.
No problem. But look, let me unmute everybody real quick. Everybody show some love for Moya real quick. Unmute and show Moya some love. Get it.
Let's get it, Moya.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Such an awesome time.
big vacation.
Thank you, boo. Big energy. Thank you.
Great job. Let's get it. Great job.
Moya, good job.
That's my Moya.
Let's go.
Let's go. I got
Thank y'all so much. First, I actually just want to come off mute and just say a big thank you. I want to thank you, Big Mogul, just for always putting me on, just for always having my back, and just also encouraging me to show up for myself And we had an amazing, amazing time this weekend. I mean, the family just came out, and a lot of us, we just met each other for the first time, but it just felt like not felt like, we're family. And that was the feeling that was in the building, from the VIP dinner right back to the cruise. We were just all bonding and networking and having an amazing time. And I'm just so grateful to be in this community. And I've been here since December 2022, and I'm still here. So it's just showing you that it's not an overnight thing. Things take time to build. And finally, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting the things that I've dreamed of. And this is only happening in this community because there's no gatekeeping. You know, King Crew is going to make sure that your mind is right. And Mr. Brooklyn Business, he's going to take care of you to make sure that your money stays in your pocket and you're using other people's money. And Big Mogul, he's just going to make sure that we stay connected and we stay right and stay in this community. And he's always going to get the resources out there for us to make sure that we're always on top of things. And I'm around other communities, and there's nothing like MMA. You don't have this personal touch. You know, if somebody unfortunately passed in your family, there's nobody sending your family flowers. You know, if you're having a situation, you don't have the community just helping you. So this is a real family and a real community. And I'm always at a loss for words whenever Big Mogul called me up, but this time I'm thankful to God that I can speak. So I'm just thankful for each and every one of you, and continue to show up and come out to these in-person events. And the next one is going to be absolutely amazing. Shout out to Jasmine, Queen Jasmine Ruby. She's having the golden carpet that is coming up in August. Please come out and just support, because we're going to be there as a family again. And Queen Jasmine, please, please just give more details on that shortly. Pass it to you, Queen Jazz.
I love it. I love it. Y'all throw some airplane emojis in the chat. Matter of fact, throw the jet in the chat, because that's the energy Moya gives. Like, I don't know about y'all, but this is just really the development of a mentorship. Y'all throw the jet emojis in the chat. That's a fact. Big August 17th. When it comes to mentorship, when it comes to being overwhelmed, when it comes to the years on top of years, honestly, like, you have to start, because that hesitation is what is costing you. And that's what I learned from the very beginning, right? So what I mean more so is you're hesitating on doing something, you're hesitating on wanting something, you're hesitating on seeing something, but that hesitation is actually the step or the key that we need to unlock the door, the step that we need to go up and in the staircase, right? And with the mentorship that allows you to stay in a place, an environment to actually use the highest frequency, right? We talk about love. We talk about love plus, like, love is the highest frequency. I want everybody to drop love in the chat, because we're talking about being family. We're talking about these events and going out, being on the room, the boat. Everybody's saying the same line. It was real cute, because we definitely be on the boat, be on the yacht. The jet's coming soon, bro. Let us know. When's the next flight, right? But essentially, like, that is the power. That is the love. We say family, and the word ILY, right? I love you is in family, and that is exactly what it is. But just know, y'all know, with love comes responsibility. Y'all know with love comes with strength and power and Jesus, because we need it, right? But it is an all-in-one. It is a all-in-one. Everybody drop all-in-one in the chat, because for me specifically, like, mentorship, being here and knowing that I can get through what I'm going through, that is the foresight and that is my power. So I pray that for everybody, right? Because you have to become what you do, right? You have to become the vision. You have to believe the vision. You have to obsess over the vision. You have to put that urgency on your vision, right? Because when you walk away, or you take a second, or you think twice about really where you should be, you lose that momentum, just how we started this call. But when you have the mentorship, when you have the environment, when you have the right events to go to, you are allowing yourself to pick your vision over and over and over again. You're allowing yourself to work on your vision over and over and over again. And that's how you actually believe in it, and then double it. But if you're not constantly seeing that, if you're not constantly supported on your vision, on your mission, then you lose sight. Drop out of sight, out of mind, because I know that is real. There are some clothes that y'all have not worn in years. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Out of sight, out of mind. And if we are doing that with clothes, if we are doing that with toys for the kids, if we're doing that with the old celery in the back of your refrigerator, out of sight, out of mind, then what you think going on with the mentorship? It has to be in your peripheral. It has to be in your vision. It has to be surrounding you so that way you can obsess over your mission. I love y'all. Be easy. August 17th, the Golden Carpet MMA style. Y'all know how we do it. Brooklyn, New York. Save the date. The link is out. I talked to Big Mogul before I get y'all anything else. All right? I talked to Big Mogul before I get y'all anything else. I love y'all. Throw the battery emojis in the chat.
Oh, big energy, big energy, big energy. If we're not uncomfortable, then we're not doing it. This journey is so uncomfortable for me, but it's the best thing that I've ever done in my life. It does not come overnight. You get so overwhelmed because it's uncomfortable, because we think that we have to be in everything, because it's so it's just like lightning. You feel the love, you feel you just want to do it all, right? But you have to do what calls you. You have to do what speaks to you. Like Mogul said, like you get so used to working, that if you take a step back, you think that you're being lazy or complacent, but you can be doing a whole bunch of things and it's not adding up to anything. So number one, just have some grace for yourself. Be present to this experience because it's not going to happen again like this. So in the overwhelmness, take like all of the pieces that you're learning, right? Just think like a huge, like those 1,000 pieces that come in the puzzle box, lay them all out, right? And then start creating your masterpiece. Start creating, these lanes for yourself and really truly seeing what you want. You cannot compare yourself to other people and their journey. You have a journey. God has given you a gift. You are one of one, and that's why you're here, because you know that there is more for you. So tap into that. Tap into the original reason why you join this. You may not know all of the lanes and the things that you want to do. I did not come into this mentorship thinking that I was going to be sitting up here with these beautiful, amazing queens. But this is where God led me. And what I thought I was coming in here for, yes, I did get that. But I have gotten so much more because I made a decision to really tap into what I want. That is your gift. You are the person. Like Mogul said, I don't care what mentorship you really get in or what mentorship you have. We do have the best of the best. We do have the greatest mentors, but it's already in you. So just do it. Stop second guessing yourself. Just start and it will work out. It has no way that it's not going to work out. Coach Crew and I were talking on Saturday, and we always talk about levels, right? And he told me he breaks this thing up, right? So think about elementary school. Think like you're in kindergarten. Well, guess what? It's 6 years before you get to middle school. Now, it's not going to take you 6 years because that's why we're here, because our mentors are cutting our journeys in half. Hell, they're cutting it in a quarter, right? But think of it as levels. Then after you go from elementary school, you go from middle school. After you go from middle school, you go to high school. My whole point is you're not going to get it all right now. It happens in steps. Take the steps and know that you are who you are, and everything that you need is already inside you to get to your next level. So it's okay to be overwhelmed, and it's okay to be uncomfortable, because it means that you're growing. I love all of you. It was so fantastic being around the family. The joy that it brings me. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. And do not forget your greatness. Ever, ever. Today, like Sunshine said, we don't have no more time. It starts today. As soon as this call ends, go and do what you know you're great at. Love you all. Sade.
Wait. Whew. Listen, I feel like this is my personal topic, okay? This one right here, this one is for me, y'all. This one is all the way for me. And in the midst of it, right? Y'all see me without my background that y'all used to seeing me with. My computer is still like all the way out of commission, y'all. I'm actually doing this from my phone right now. And believe it or not, my phone is acting a fool. But again, at the end of the day, I want y'all to put can't stop, won't stop in the chat. Right? Because at the end of the day, you need to understand that all of these things are going to happen. It's going to come at you, especially when you decide to start really upgrading your life, when you just decide to really start choosing you. You want to talk about obstacles, you want to talk about feeling overwhelmed. Oh my goodness. That has been like my journey since being inside of this mentorship. Some of you know some of my story. But when I really get into it and tell you all the things that I have been through and that I'm going through at this very moment, you would not believe the way I still continue to show up in spite of. I want you to put in spite of in the chat. And that's what I need you to do. And I want you to focus on that because the reason why it's so important for you to focus on that aspect is that if we focus on the personal things that's going on in our life, right? Whether it's the financial stress, right? Whether it's bereavement, because we lose people, and that's a real thing. A lot of us are dealing with grief. We're dealing with emotional burnout. We're dealing with those financial stresses and the family stress. But if you allow yourself to focus on those personal things that's going on in your life, you know exactly what your life is going to be like, what it is right now, what it's been being, the life that you've been living. So you have to start focusing and allow yourself to focus on the future, the present moment in which you invested in. Focus on what you want and what you desire. Because if you allow yourself to focus on that, you know you're going to truly get somewhere. That's a totally different ball game. I want you to understand that the storms are going to come. They're never going to go away. Your life doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to understand that you could still be aligned in your purpose and still be powerful. Those are temporary circumstances. Don't sit in suffering in your temporary circumstances. Don't you dare. Don't you dare allow yourself to be in those places. I know what that's like because I lived that for a very long time. Don't think that you have to wait or hit the pause button for the chaos to stop in your life because it's not going to stop. I want you to understand that God will still grow your roots in the storm. We all still need, like, think about it. In order for plants to grow, it needs to be watered, right? I want you to understand that. God will grow your roots during your storm. So don't think that you have to stop moving at any time. Focus on the daily things that you need to do. Your clarity is so important. So if you have to take 10 or 20 or 30 minutes just focusing on the life that you want, sit down quietly per day. Give yourself at least 30 minutes just focusing on the things that you truly want and start moving in that sense. That's it. Take those steps. And I don't want you to sit up there and think about like how heavy you feel because that's the real thing. A lot of us are feeling heavy. We cannot elevate with dead weight sitting on us. So I want you to start thinking about how to shed that weight that does not belong to you. Okay? Don't allow yourself to feel heavy. Where you are right now in your personal life is not the end of your story. You have to understand that it's just a season. I want you to put this in the chat. It's just a season. I promise it's not a sentence. Put it in the chat. This is a season, not a sentence. It's a level of discomfort, right? That you feel, but it's a sign of that of transformation. You're truly transforming. What comes from pressure, y'all? Pressure makes diamonds. That pressure is shaping your next level. I told y'all already, I smile at the things that are happening. I start laughing at some of the things that are taking place. I will tell y'all, 2 weeks ago, right before I had a house full of people for my daughter's graduation, I had somebody break my kitchen sink. I had somebody fall through my bedroom ceiling. Listen, y'all, these things are happening in real life in real time. But I just couldn't start cracking up. I literally just laughed because it's like, are you kidding me? You cannot make this stuff up. Right before I have a house full of people, I got somebody falling through my ceiling. These things are truly happening. But what do I do? Do I sit and cry about it? Do I lose my mind? Do I sit and curse? No. It happened, but we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep moving forward no matter what. And I want you to do the same thing. You have to learn to start creating peace in the midst of the chaos. I want y'all to literally start learning how to start your day with prayer or grounding or journaling. Do the breath work, do the affirmations. Those are important. The things that we talked about even in here, decluttering your space. Those are very, very important things that you need to do. But I want you to also understand that you got to give yourself permission to show up no matter what. Put show up no matter what in the chat. You don't need to operate at 100% to still make progress. Some days are going to be better than others. Just make sure that you be intentional every single day. Every single day. You're not alone in this. You have this community to help you get through any and everything that you're going through. Lean on your community. You don't have to carry this by yourself. I promise you. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're in the process. I want you to put I'm in the process in the chat. Put it in the chat. I want you to understand that you're becoming exactly everything you need to be. Give yourself that grace. Breathe. You're going to feel fear at times. I understand. You're going to feel pressure. You're going to feel doubt. But I want you to keep moving anyway. Progress isn't perfection. It's a movement with intention. I want you to know that you're in the right place. You're in the proper mentorship that has every single thing that you need to be successful. So even though you may feel overwhelmed in the midst of your journey to your success, to leave the legacy that you want to leave, we have everything that you need and the support that you need to help get you through this so that you're not hitting that pause button and you're not stopping the movement. We got you. God's got you. And in the midst of it all, at the end of the day, every single thing that you need to get you to the end of this journey is inside of you. Don't you dare stop moving forward. It's up to you. It's a choice. You could choose to move forward, or you could choose to sit in suffering. I'm not going to let you sit in suffering. So at the end of the day, we moving forward. I love y'all to life, and it's an absolute pleasure to have the honor to get you to your destination and help you be unstuck in this process. Y'all already know who I am. Drop those sunshine emojis in the chat. Thank you, Big Mogul. Thank you, Tamoa. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Moya. This is the best team on the planet, and I would do this nowhere else ever again. This is my final destination right here as far as mentorship.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Y'all throw the sunshine emojis in the chat. Throw the airplane emojis in the chat. Throw the magnifying glass. Throw the trophy in the chat. Throw the whole damn keyboard in the chat. Throw the whole damn keyboard in the chat, y'all. I'm going to take everybody off of mute, mics off mute, and I want y'all to make noise not only for yourselves, but for the position that you are in. You are in position to bring your power into your passion, all right? You are in position. Everybody drop in position in the chat, because there is no other place that is going to give you this type of grace that we did today. Because I know we come up here and smile and go support y'all, but y'all know the execution is the key. And like Sunshine said, like Big Mogul said, like Tamora, like Moya, like Cruz say, the key is you. So it's time to unlock new levels. Let's get it, y'all. Mics off mute. Show some love. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, family.
Not alone. Sunshine
Thank you.
But the end
Yes,
of the generated
Yes.
Not hearing
All day.
Sunshine,
All-Star team.
Jasmine,
That's
Courtney, Moya,
right.
and
It's
Porto.
how we
Everyone
Let's
is
get
just
it. Let's
great,
get it.
Go.
especially you,
yes.
Tamar.
For love, y'all.
You're
Go,
great.
go.
I appreciate it.
Great day, everybody.
Hey, family.
Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all.
Great job,
Yes,
family.
yes, yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ladies, so
Love
much.
y'all.